Hello. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hi, how are you? It's a Wednesday. And it also is a specific Wednesday, which matters very much. Because okay. First things first, then we story. Plumberry Muffin, congratulations on being the first to redeem first. Put your feet up, be snug, sir, and go to bed when you need to. Congrats, Plum, also, and thank you for redeeming Word of the Stream. I will get to that just shortly. But I want to tell you guys a joke first. Yes, Poison Death by an Invisible Stream. So, I am very tired today. And so I was debating a lot of things. I'm so extremely tired. It is unbelievable. But it's also fine. And Kay Menzel, my wonderful partner and husband, made a hilarious suggestion that because it was April Fool's, I should just turn my stream on to an empty chair and then go have a nap. And I thought that was an extremely funny suggestion. So I figured I could do at least part of that and turn my stream onto an empty chair. Invisible streak! Poison Deathrog, congratulations on the 7 stream streak. Okay, back on topic. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy April 1st. I hope that nothing terrifying has happened to you today, and that any pranks that you encountered today were fun, light-hearted, and for building up rather than tearing down. I don't know why I said that. It doesn't matter. I'm very tired. Have I mentioned I'm very tired? I feel like I've mentioned I'm very tired. Welcome in, Poison Darth Frog. Welcome in, Plum. Is it April? No one with time blindness can answer this question. Welcome in, SNK. Welcome in, Toby. It is wonderful to see all of you today. I really appreciate you stopping in here. I have to write something down on a chalkboard, and then we can maybe play some video games. You thought that was next week. I mean, that's not untrue. It's dangerous to go alone. Take a floofy boy with you. If only there was one around. Do you know a floofy boy? Who's a floofy boy? Is it you? Yes, you are. That's a really wonderful starting message, Poison Darth Frog, and I really appreciate it. Yeah. I honestly feel so happy from the joke kind of having worked that I'm sure I can do anything. We can do anything that we put our minds to, chat. We can even play video games. Obviously. We're 4 months into the year of what is time anymore anyway. Do you know what? So, one of my hats at work... Oh, sun's coming up very loudly. I would suggest that one of my primary roles and my job is inventory management. I handle the stuff, like all of our product. I handle receiving and its organizational systems and restocking and all sorts of lovely things that relate to inventory. And one of the things that I have to do pretty regularly is collection management, which is basically like we sell products that have like certain themes, and so there will be different types of things, but they're all under the same collection. Anyway, I keep track of that, and every once in a while we release new collections or we discontinue collections, and so I have to either put them out or like put them away. And so on the topic of what is time anymore, I finally finished my like long-term project of moving all of our inventory into its new space because we had to upgrade and get a bigger space for it. Finally did the last thing where I finally got everything properly in its spot, properly organized and properly labeled. And so then I went and I checked on my reports. Oh, okay, are there any collections I need to put away? Would you like to know how many collections I need to put away, Plum? 17, because I have not done this aspect of collection management in 6 months. And I'm pretty sure that the last time I did it was like a week ago or something, like maybe near the last launch. It's been 6 months since I've properly discontinued anything. And I'm like, that's not what I was expecting. Anyway, we're fine, and time is perfectly linear and not at all weird. 6 months. And so I'm sitting here being like, April? Oh my gosh, what do you mean it's December? What do you mean it's 2026? I do all the things, actually, Toby. That's a really good point. I do all the things. Here comes the rain again. There's a song that those are lyrics to. But here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Deserves its own entrance music. I have mucked up. I have written 3 letters on this chalkboard and I have already mucked up. That is not how we're gonna do this. Moosh light. Okay, we're fine. It doesn't fit, but it's fine. Princess. No one ever said that they were here to read my awkward handwriting, right? That's not why we're here. We have the chalkboard because it's fun, not because I'm any good at writing things down on it, right? Right? Anyway, thank you very much. That neither of the words fit. It's okay. The cat is a princess, and so we accept. That's what you're here for. Well, in that case, I also, so runners up, because Invisible Stream was definitely the clear winner for a minor April Fool's prank. Other top tier suggestions from either myself or my partner included having all of the data say Twilight Princess and just playing Pocopia. Just because, and doing a reading stream wherein I just read Faron to all of you and we play nothing. These were very, very high on my list of things that made me giggle when I thought about doing that as April Fools. But also I'm tired, and so instead I'm gonna wander somewhere in this game. I don't remember what I'm doing. Does anyone remember what I'm doing? I sort of remember what I'm doing. I was told to go to Faron Woods, which is why the stream title is Nearon Faron wherever you are, because that is a hilarious joke. And that is also how I remember that I'm supposed to go into Faron or Faron Woods. But I don't know where I'm supposed to go when I get there. Read Freeman, but not out loud. Just read it in silence. Spectacular. I'll just have the, like, cover of the book open facing the camera and I'll just, like, flip the pages. You were doing the thing. That's so helpful, Plum. Thank you so much. To determine the temperature, do you think they use Fahrenheit? Haha. Ha 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 ha. Oops. I've been playing Pocopia for so long. Okay, this is not the way I want to go. I want to go the other way. That I just pressed B to run. And that's not what B does in this game, chat. So we're gonna have a great time because not only am I a little bit tired, but I also have been developing my muscle memory playing a different game the last couple of days. Okay, I did come in here. It reset me differently. Anyway. Because I realized I hadn't blown that up. And the problem is I am not a real boy right now, which means I cannot do anything about that rock because I cannot use bombs as a wolf. Seems weird. I'm pretty sure a wolf could definitely use a bomb. Oh! No, don't run away. I want to talk to you. I can talk to animals. Is it gonna give me the option of targeting them? No, they run away! Why? Don't run away! Okay, so I'm pretty sure well, I am in Faron Province. I think I'm in Faron Woods. Oh, I see a purple thing on my map. Do we think I should go to the purple thing? That seems very like this game. Had to look up the song. It's literally called Here Come the Rain Again. So that's some new information for you. That's amazing. I'm so glad you looked that up and that you were able to communicate that information to us. Extremely necessary. So helpful. Um, oh yeah, right. There's enemies in this game. We're having a very weird time, Chad. So, if you were here last week, you probably remember this. But even if you weren't, like, you might notice I'm a wolf, and I'm still a wolf, but I'm not in Twilight right now. Like, I'm moving between provinces, and the provinces aren't impacted by Twilight. We heard the sun come up. We literally heard it come up. And so why are we a wolf? Well, in the last episode, we met the bad guy, and he shoved a rock into my face. I am barely exaggerating. And made me permanently a wolf. And we tried to fix it by going to see the princess. I can be a good boy 24/7 now. This is very important. I have already been a good boy for 2 entire days, which I know because it was daytime when I opened the game, and then it was nighttime when I like actually joined you guys, and then it was daytime again. I've been like a good boy for so long. It's great. We just sat here being a good boy. Perfect. 10 out of 10. Great puppy. So we tried to fix me being a wolf permanently by going to visit Zelda, and instead she astral projected herself so hard that she dispersed into the ether. And so I think, as I said last week and I will say again, I am somehow playing the first Legend of Zelda game to canonically remove Zelda as a character before the end of the game. Like, I don't know what happened to her, but she's just gone now. And Midna is now also in the light world with me, thanks to Zelda. But I am still a wolf. And that's a small problem. So I think we're in Faron Woods. Oh yeah. With the intention of... We're in Faron Woods with the intention of fixing the fact that I'm a puppy. Oh, those are rats, not spiders. The rats are fine. Did I just blow them both up? Brilliant. Very well done. To me, I suppose. I don't really want to go that way. I don't really want to go anywhere right now. Because the other thing that I had to do last week. Your sister got new kitties and one of them is named Zelda. That is perfect. That's very sweet. I hope that they are lovely and wonderful kitties. So the other thing that happened last week is I had to fight a spider as a wolf. I had to do this twice. And while I did succeed, it was very terrifying. Oh, you're right. You know what? You make such a good point, Poison Darth Frog, that I'm considering turning around and just leaving. Because I was told to go to Faron Woods so that I could not be a good boy anymore. And I'm realizing I might not want that. Very silly of this game to suggest that I could go somewhere to try to, like, be human again when I'm busy being a puppy right now. Okay, where am I? Oh. This is foggy and awful. But I do have to... What are my warp options, actually? I'd forgotten that I could. Oh! I don't remember how to cross the swamp, which means I might just... So the purple thing that I saw is up here. But there's a swamp here, and I don't remember how to get across it anymore. I thought it was with a series of jumps from Midna, but she's not talking to me right now. It is Hurt Me Water. I think it's... Actually, to be specific, I think it's Hurt Me Poison Gas in this form. I'm not actually sure it's a liquid because it was dispersed using light the last time I was here. But I think I need to be on that side. So I think I'm gonna warp here. Which would have saved me a lot of time if I'd just done that from the beginning. But I didn't do that from the beginning, and that's okay. Probably. Thanks for warping me just a little bit, Midna. You're extremely helpful, and you look super proud of yourself, which is valid. Oh, there's the bird that screamed at me for not paying when I couldn't figure out how to pay. We don't shop there anymore. Oh, hello, penguin? Oh, wow. My brain's not okay. So hello, monkey, but also what on earth are these? What are these? And I don't like them. Please explode. Well, at least Minda is still OP. Did I save you? I don't know. Did I? Were you actually in danger? Because, like, they appeared and were looking at you, but they definitely focused on me real quick, so I think you probably would have been okay, truthfully. Anyway, you're welcome. Listen, since you're so nice, let me tell you something. There's a really pretty wooded area on the other side of this cliff. I climbed over there, but when I tried to get deeper into the woods, those guys attacked me. What's in those woods anyway? Oh good, they didn't make the heart disappear. Okay. Haha! Haha! There is another section of forest. Okay, so I target her. And then I jump, and then I jump, and I jump. Oh, this is gonna be terrifying. You guys teleport differently. You get digitized and recombobulated. That is correct. Minna gets spaghettified through a wormhole and just kind of dumped on top of you. That is fascinating because we're not made of the same thing. This is fascinating. Poison Darth Frog. Well, I don't think I ever really finished my sentence about the struggles that I'm having with fighting things as a wolf, because since I'm in not Twilight, oh okay, yeah, I'll come back. Since I'm not Twilight, like, I'm fighting the like daytime enemies, and there's a way that I'm used to fighting those, and I don't get to use it. Oh, let's go this way. So those things are gonna try to knock me off the rope. Okay, I think I can get on the rope without... I don't love that the camera adjustability is like not there. This is fine. Oh. Okay. Oh boy. I don't remember how to play. I never remember how to do this. Nope. Nope. Okay, good enough. I just really don't like the controls for the music in this game. And I still don't understand them, despite having learned several howls. His little happy boy spin. That's true, actually. It is kind of delightful when little Wolfie boy does a spin. Because he's just so proud of himself. What a good boy. Such a good little Wolfie boy. Yeah, I don't know why I'm trying to fix being a wolf. Game's over, chat. There is no further progress to be made. Because I'm exactly where I want to be. I'm hanging out with Midna, and I'm a good old floofy boy. Done. Game end. I don't need to fix anything else. Take sword in hand and find me. Yes, I have to come back here as a person. If I want to actually learn anything. Which, as previously discussed, I don't, because everything is perfect right now. Where? Interesting. The map is overlaid on top of itself, and that's very annoying. Let teachings of old pass on to you. Let's not. Take the sword in your... do I want to have hands? Are opposable thumbs even worth it? Unclear. Anyway, I'm fine. A wolf is better. Where am I going again? Oh! I see. These are just little bits of land. Well, that's fine. We're going this way. We're going into the deep cavern of darkness, and probably I'm not gonna like whatever's on the other side. Good evening. Loki, it is lovely to see you. What if wolf but with thumbs? Well... Wait, there was a cutscene happening and I paid zero attention. Did anything important get shown on the screen? Hello, Settle Down Beavis. Good evening to you as well. Good wolfening. Good something. That's called a werewolf. Toby. You're right. However, this is a really interesting good point, because there are actually different forms of werewolves. I know I am speaking to the expert on this, but I'm telling you about a curiosity of my brain, not trying to explain how werewolves work to you, I promise. And there appear to be two schools of thought, at least two, probably more schools of thought. You could explain the multiple schools of thought to me if you would like to at any point in time, but at least two schools of thought. And the one of them tends to be like, when boy is boy, when wolf is wolf. And then there's another school of thought that either deals in like half forms, or like tends to lean more, instead of wolf is like lycanthrope. And so still has hands and maybe still has opposable thumbs. The wolf is on screen. There wolf, there castle. Werewolf, there wolf, on screen. It's right there. It's right here. Chat. You were insupportably funny today. Nothing important was shown, just pretty atmosphere. Oh, Beavis, thank you so much. I really appreciate you answering the question. Don't you have a human love interest? She's more into animals. You can spare my chat, but please feel free. Do throw me a DM if you would like to. My point is just that, yes, you're right. There are, in fact, forms of werewolfness that would also have opposable thumbs, and I hadn't considered that there was a way maybe to make this situation even better. So perhaps the game is not done, chat. We need to figure out how to be a good boy and also have opposable thumbs, and that seems like a tall ask for this game, but we're gonna persevere nevertheless. hello, Hungriest Clone. Lovely to see you tonight. I hope you are having a wonderful Wednesday. There's a this thing here. You demand werewolf link for completely selfish reasons. Oh, we're gonna learn Zelda's lullaby, apparently. Oh, we have to do it twice? Oh, I'm doing this wrong already. I know it, I just don't know the form. Haha. Very nice. You have both kinds in your general fantasy world, with and without opposable thumbs. See, there are at least 2 schools of thought. And then there's someone who said, why not both? Which, you know, vibes. Weird magic apocalypse. Ah. Okay, now I have to tell you about a really bad TV show, though. Are y'all willing to... Hello? Okay, someone's blowing leaves at me in the game, and that's somewhat problematic because now there's enemies, but I wanted to tell you guys a stupid story. Why are you running away? Oh, you made the wall disappear. Wily Coyote Munch. Okay. Ooh, I hear Lost Woods. So that looked like a Skull Kid to me, but without a mask. Okay. Ah, no, they're back. I'm not allowed to tell stupid stories right now, chat. But I want to tell stupid stories. Oh, they're freaking me out. They are genuinely freaking me out so much. They have, hello. Charge up the thing when you break them. Thank you. Okay, stupid story, because I have to tell you a stupid story. One group gets by being 100% human half the time and 100% beast the other half, and the other group is both at once. Fascinating. Okay, I love this. And now I have to tie this in to a stupid story. It is a very stupid story. You are all going to regret hearing this, so feel free to mute your microphone now. Kay Menzel and I are watching a really dumb show from the early 2000s, which I had never heard of before, called Vampire High, which is the worst version of a YA vampire troped high school drama that you have ever seen in your life. And I will tell you why it is the worst version, and it's why you've never heard of it, and it's why you shouldn't. Don't look it up. Just because some of the actors in it go on to do better things, not worth it. Don't look it up. You don't want to know about this. But a thing that is possibly the most irritating thing in the universe about this dumb show, which is a dumb show. It is not a good show. It does not have good scripts. It does not have good anything. Is the fact that this show, I am so intense about this, I'm sorry. This show has fantastic lore and does nothing with it. Because the premise of the show, as given in like the intro sequence, like the theme song of this, comes with narration. And the narration is a spectacular story. That is great lore. I would love to watch that show. As far as I can tell, it has nothing to do with the show that it is the theme song for. So, like, it's telling me about a much better show that is not what I'm watching. Don't look it up. Typing in. Okay, you're allowed to look it up. Don't watch it though. Like I'm not even certain that it would be funny to mock. Like that's how bad this is. The premise of the show is who's gonna date who? No. The premise of the show is this. And I need to be very clear here. This is the premise of the show as presented in the intro credits sequence of every episode I have watched so far. Okay, listen carefully. Listen carefully. So first of all, vampires are real. Probably that's pretty necessary for something called Vampire High, right? Okay. But here's where it gets interesting. There has been a permanent solar eclipse on the world. Like, vampires were in hiding, and then there was a permanent blocking of the sun. This is implied linguistically. It is not stated that precisely, but it's like until the great eclipse happened. And when the great eclipse happened, the vampires wound up splitting into factions. This is not about like humankind and vampire kind interacting at this point. The vampires split into factions. There's the elders, and then there's someone else, maybe the rebels or the rebellion. I don't know. I don't care what they're called. We haven't really met them yet. They don't matter. We're ignoring whatever their title is. There's the elders and there's the not elders. And the difference between them, Poison Darthrog, this is where it comes up, because you have these two different like werewolf concepts where one of them is like sometimes human, sometimes beast, and the other one is like both simultaneously. The two factions are essentially, on the side of the rebels, well, we're vampires, so we should be vampires all the time. That means we should dominate humanity and use them for food or whatever, but they should be in charge of the planet. Whereas on the side of the elders, they're like, no, we've coexisted with humankind this whole time. And so just because there's been this great eclipse and we have access to like not getting burned alive in the sun, doesn't mean that we should be like in charge of the world. We need to figure out how to coexist with humankind. And so you have these like two factions that are at war. And part of the solution to this war, or part of the planning of this, like you have the one kind that's like, we're vampires, we should be vampires all the time. And then you have the other kind that's like, well, but we also don't have to lose our humanity in order to do that. We can like have some nuance to it, I suppose. And anyway, the elders are like, so what we should do is try a program to see if we can take some young vampires, aging not discussed. No one understands what a young vampire means, or any part of this. Do they grow up? Do they age? What is the undiscussed? The narrative is not concerned with this. We should take these like high school age vampires, of which globally, apparently, there are 5. Please note, 5. So like last hope for vampire kind, I suppose. Like, how many of y'all even are there on this planet? Can the rebels even take over? It seems like you've got maybe 20 vampires doing this thing. Unclear. Numbers, again, not discussed. The narrative is not concerned with this. And so like we're gonna take these kid vampires and we're gonna see if they can do a high school experience and learn how to interact with humanity and like be human. And then the actual plot, chat, there's definitely sunshine. They call people daywalkers still, and they're not allowed to talk to them. It is forbidden in this school for the vampires to interact with the humans. That is an active rule that has been true from the 2nd episode. I'm like, did you listen to your own premise? Why is there sun? Someone got burned in the sun. Why is there sun? Also, what is the point of this if we're not allowed to interact with the humans? I'm sorry, I'm so intense about this. And that is why I bothered to explain it right there. Hi, Toby. Hi, Beavis. Thank you so much for understanding exactly where I'm at when it comes to this, because the credits are telling me about the best show ever. That sounds spectacular. And then what I'm watching is not that at all. They have ignored all of the interesting parts of the lore. All of them. Just out the window. Out the window, where there's still sunshine. What is the Great Eclipse? What are the rules? It's probably an impermanent eclipse as far as I can tell. Like, is it just night? Is it just nighttime? Are they just calling the Great Eclipse? Like, I don't understand the rules. And the thing is, it was not a show for long enough, I'm pretty sure, to actually come into its own in any way, shape, or form. And so the fact that it had this premise and that it just fully abandoned it entirely, I'm like, how did we even get here? And also a little bit the premise of the show is who's gonna date who, because one of the vampires is like immediately obsessed with one of the humans. Except that I don't think that actually goes anywhere. Anyways, Vampire High, great lore intro song. premise of the show. Oh no, I'm gonna fail my final. Dad vampire is gonna ground me. There are no dad vampires. They do in fact get turned through like dying, but that just confuses me more because do they age after that, or are they just gonna be teenagers forever? The sort of eclipse. Vampires don't understand astronomy? Probably. I mean, based on the characters that are presented, the vampires don't really understand anything. They're the dumbest teenagers I've ever watched.
Angry Andy underscore 03 rated my stream with 10 views.
Angel! Welcome in, everybody. Hello. Welcome in, Angel. It's lovely to see you. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello to everybody coming in. I'm Lady QEW. You might notice my game is paused. That's because we just went on a really long tangent, but I promise that I do play video games sometimes on this channel. Hello, Little Blue. Hello, Ginger. Hello, everybody. It is delightful to see you. I hope you are having a wonderful Wednesday. I really like Nintendo content, so I play a lot of that on this channel. I'm currently playing through my Legend of Zelda collection. I've made it to Twilight Princess. I'm really bad at it, but we're here anyways. It was a tangent about a bad vampire show from the early 2000s. It's really important. It's me, Angel. I hope you had a really wonderful stream. You were actually playing Breath of the Wild. Did you get anything helpful or useful done, or did you just go have fun running around? Because that's also delightful, I'm sure. Plum, thank you so much for the 20 bits. Why are you panicking? I don't understand why you're panicking, but thank you. You're very sweet. And Angel, thank you so much for the 100 bits. That's so sweet. Master mode. That sounds hard. Hello, the Morton Salt Girl. Everyone's just showing up and making my day. What a nice day. I'm very impressed that you can do anything in Master Mode, Angel, because, well, I mean, in general. Am I good at Zelda games? Unclear. I am tenacious about them, though, and that's important. 8 deaths. That's good. Do you have a death counter? Or does, like, the game count it for you? You are doing spectacular. I think... So there's a couple of Zelda games that I am actually pretty good at. Wind Waker I would say I'm pretty good at, and I would also say I'm pretty good at A Link Between Worlds. And A Link Between Worlds, the first time I played Hero Mode, oh my gosh, I died like 15 times before I even made it out of the castle at the beginning. I did not understand the damage profiles at all. Oh, you've been sick all day. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, well, I hope that your rest is able to do something like uplifting. Just breathe. I keep telling sick people to just let themselves be sick, but I hope that it improves, or that you're able to take something to help bring your fever down, because that's always tricky. Okay, Angel, thank you so much for redeeming Toad. Now I have to figure out what I'm gonna do. Hello there! Secret to mountain! That's because of my shirt, in case anyone missed that part, because I'm wearing the best shirt ever. But kindly enjoy your Toad. And also good night, Plum. I'm sorry, lots is happening. Everything's great. It's all wonderful. Poof! And then Angel disappears. Honestly, at the rate that I'm going tonight, I probably didn't even notice. Thank you so much, Angel, for stopping by and for the raid and for dropping off your people here. It is so wonderful to see you, and have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Throw yourself into lurk mode. Through the bushes directly. This is fine. Okay, so back at the end of our tangent here. We got really distracted talking about a really, really bad show from the early 2000s, which again, the premise, spectacular. I listened to that intro before I'd seen anything else about the show, because obviously, like, the theme song is the thing that starts it, and so pilot episode, that's the theme song. I'm like, oh, this is going to be fantastic, how interesting. And then it's not that, it's not any of that, it's nothing. What are we doing? Yes, I noticed that. Minna, thank you so much for suggesting the thing that I have been doing since I first saw the puppets. We ought to lay down a field of dark energy and beat them all at once. Yes, you're right. We ought to. Anyways, whoa. Ugh, there's more. Okay. There's... Which way did I come from? I am not sure. Oh. Okay. Oh, he just disappeared again. Now he's running away that way. That's next to the flowers. Chat, I think we're playing hide and seek. Excuse me, puppets. Can we not? I do get a little bit of a breather. If I kill them, I guess? This is insane. Poison Death Rock, thank you so much for redeeming Kaboom! Otherwise known as Dehydrate. You found more of the Pickle Ranch! That's so good. I finished mine, very sadly. So, not only did I finish mine, chat, I also completely forgot to buy myself snacks this weekend. I had a rough weekend, okay? It's okay. But what I do have is I have some nachos. They don't have flavor on them or anything, but I have them. They're very salty. But I will eat these because it's important to me. But Poison Darth Frog eats his Pickle Ranch chips. That is very important to me. Because those are delicious. This is very Lost Woods. Ugh. There is this way. Come on. Oh, there he is. Is it just me, or did his, like, is his trumpet playing really obnoxious? I didn't even see him leave properly. Yeah. I am suspicious that the music volume is giving me hints as to where he is. Because it always starts out really quiet and then it like gets louder. I don't know if that'll help me because I'm notoriously very bad at this sort of hide and seek. Like, oh, it's getting louder, is it? What direction do I go? I mean, it's quite rude of them to attack me in the water when I can't fight back. They're actually, like, respawning way faster right now. Okay. getting quieter. Whoop. Nope. There he is. Okay, Minna, how do I get up there? Is there a way? These puppets are extremely annoying. It is definitely a callback to the Lost Woods and Ocarina of Time. Am I supposed to try to find another way up, or am I supposed to, like, get up from where I am? Because that's the same, like, in Ocarina of Time, the thing was that... Oh, I forgot to say, Beavis, you were the last stream. Let's trip over our words a bunch. Because that was how you found your way through the Lost Woods to the Forest Temple in Ocarina of Time, is if you approached, like the maze was, if you approached one of the exits to the room, if the music was getting, because it was Saria's song. She was playing, and so we were following her playing, I think. Ugh. This will never be anything other than just an irritation. So he's up there. Let me see. I'm just running around trying to see if Midna's gonna, like... I am very annoyed. That's okay. We'll let the one continue to exist, probably. Oh. Thank you for the heart. Okay, hold on. Haha. You will never be anything more than an irritation. Oh, can you imagine? That actually would be a fantastic, like, insult in a D&D setting or in something. I don't know. I don't have the ability to make that a real comeback in proper context. Okay, so now he's gone this way. Oh. Okay, that was just my camera. I'm like, why is the entire room shaking? It's a camera problem. We're fine. I'm not hearing the music, which means I am suspicious. Chad, he's so angry, but his face is frozen in place. This is why he needed a mask. Thanks for the weird puppets again, Mr. Skull Kid. Oh. 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 He's doing the thing. Ooh. Okay, I hitted him the once. I don't know what I did. Oh, there's more. There's 5 of them now. Oh, that's a lot. Oh. Oh. It does a little bit, Toby. I mean, actually worse than that. His trumpet might be causing him to lose because when he plays, he stops moving. Oops. Yep. That's the trick. When he starts playing his trumpet, you can hit him because he doesn't teleport. Bye. I just ate you 3 times. I'm literally a wolf. I've thought about this before. This is a thing that I always find funny about video game bosses. Like, that's fair, Poison Death Frog. Sometimes they fail the common sense check because what you have to do is illogical with the weapons that you have, right? Like, for example, when I was fighting Ganon as the final boss fight of Wind Waker, when he hits me with his sword, I am a little boy. I am like this big. His sword is 4 times my height, and he hits me with it, and I lose a heart of health. Oh no. I'm like, babe, he cleaved me in twain. Like, that does not deal minor damage. And so that, like, there's always something about that where I'm like, you kind of have to suspend disbelief in most video game boss fights because the video game mechanics don't always mesh well with, like, the reality of the situation that you find yourself in. And so this is one where this little kid is, then you smack him with your toothpick. This little kid is playing a trumpet. Like, sure, he's some kind of fey creature, and so probably that's the thing. But I'm literally a wolf. I did a jump attack as a wolf with my jaws open. And he's just fine. He had to cut through all your fairies first. Cold. Like, he's not even damaged by it. He just left because he got bored. I want to blow up this rock, but I do not have bombs. No. And we have a cutscene. Are there any present threats? Are you a threat? Okay, you're a door. I can't get up the stairs. Well, I love the consistency in Zelda games. See a triangle, stand on it, play Zelda's lullaby. What's your instrument? Oh, you're a wolf? Good luck. Welp. You only solved it at random? There's a puzzle? I'm glad Zelda's lullaby still works as magic, even when Zelda herself is not present in this universe. Oh, it's a heart. What? 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 We are guardians of this land. Mexico! Guide us to where we once stood. Okay, so I have to put you back on the pedestals where you were. Mexico, it is lovely to see you. Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for redeeming Let's Go to the Lobby, aka Eat Everything, because I have a lot of snack redemptions. And so I will do that. And we are going to start with a hydrate, which is typically 69 channel points. Nice. So you get that anyways. We're going to start with a hydrate. because I feel I need it. And then we're going to move to our dehydrate. So if you have your own snacks or chips, feel free to take a little gander. You're better at puzzles in this game than you? You figured out the fishing? I figured out the fishing by hitting my controller until I got a fish. I don't know how to fish just because I successfully caught one. I do remember that though. I'm sure, so they've told me the premise of the puzzle. It is a puzzle. I was a little bit worried they were going to attack me, and I was like not prepared for that at all. But I'm sure that they have rules for movement, and I do need to see what those are. Oftentimes in Zelda games, there are puzzles akin to this that you can either solve very quickly, very easily, or you can brute force at some point just by never giving up. Great solution. I will try that. Random leaps. And so then, Mexico, now that I've had a hydrate and a dehydrate, we would typically have a seasonal candy. So with Easter weekend coming up this weekend, I have an Easter egg and a non-seasonal candy. I have a peppermint flavored Hershey's Kiss, which typically a Hershey's Kiss by itself, I would argue, might be Valentine adjacent, and the peppermint flavor, I would argue, is probably Christmas adjacent, and neither of those are Easter. So, egg, not egg. Boop. But can you run around and never giving up or letting you down? Just run around until something happens. That's clearly the lyric. Obviously. Can you run around and desert them? Because I don't think deserting them is an option, which means, like, we were always gonna be fine. Okay, I'm gonna do the silly thing. I might talk weird for a little bit. Easter does have some Christmas associations, you're right. It's related. So Hershey peppermint dairy milk chocolate. Interesting flavor combination. Oh my gosh, Google Translate the, like, Rickroll, because that sounds spectacular. Only then can you enter the true sacred grove. Oop! I don't think I meant to do that. Did he just crush me? Chad, I think he crushed me. So I moved forward, and they both moved forward the way they were facing. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So they're smart enough. Okay, I'm getting the parameters. So I can't jump off the sides, probably. That will likely reset the puzzle. I also can't share a square with them. That will likely reset the puzzle. But they are smart enough not to just go leaping off the side. Of course it was, Toby. Obviously. This game never zooms in on unnecessary. Okay, see, now I'm just referencing. If you weren't here for it, most people weren't. But if you weren't here for it, when I was playing Wind Waker, I solved a puzzle. Before I was introduced to the puzzle, I went, oh, I understand what I need to do. Left the room, did some things, came back into the room. And the game was so heavy-handed about it. It was like zoomed in on each individual element of the puzzle. and then like made me click A to advance, was like, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. And then when I finally stopped looking at it, it was like, did you notice these torches? And I was like, no, how could I ever? Okay, so here's the thing. What I need is the two of them to be on the same row, 2 columns apart, and then I can move them together. So this is not going to work. Poison Dashback, I can't say it out loud, but that's so good. Did you notice? Oh. I mean, you could bounce a quarter off of it. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump up 2. No, I don't think that's gonna work. I need to put them in a position that will let me, like, oops. Well, I do need to jump up. I keep moving by accident because I think I have, like, a range of motion that I do not actually have. If I go over that way, I think the problem is me. Like, I know how to move the statues in the right parameter, but where I'm going to be standing is definitely going to throw me off the side at some point. If I move forward 1 more, they wind up on the same row, but I still have, but I still haven't fixed the columns. Oh, that's a fun idea. What happens if they connect? Like if I aim them for the same square? I feel like I'm so good. Now kiss. I feel like I'm so close. Okay. The problem is I really desperately want to make them chest bump each other, so I'm going to try that, but it will completely leave all the distraction. Alright, that sounds like a great idea. Boys, get ready. They refuse. Okay, that is not what I was expecting. Guys, just because you're made of stone doesn't mean you have to, like, turn off your emotions. Okay, that's not what I was expecting, and it's kind of annoying because I almost understood what I wanted to do to solve the puzzle, and I assumed that trying to make them jump onto the same square would reset it, and so I would get to try again. And it didn't do that, and so, like, I can reset the puzzle fairly easily, but now I want to see if this seems like a solvable thing. Okay, listen. The problem is where I am. And it's that they go in opposite directions. I got them to chest bump. Maybe we'll just do this forever. We don't need anything else. This is fine. Anyways, point is, let's reset the puzzle. In some way, we've got to be able to. Come on. Okay. Okay. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Okay. End of series. Puppy and Minnow watching statues just bump for eternity. Listen, we've already decided being a puppy is the correct answer. So, I didn't hate this as a start. Because I am trying to... Okay. How do I path them? So that one goes where I'm looking. The other one goes the opposite direction from where I'm looking. This feels like it's going to be a brute force. Right now, I could jump and neither of them move, which is interesting. So, what I need is... Okay, this is very obvious, but I'm going to say it out loud anyways. What I need is a path to get one of them to one of the squares that when mirror image, like turned around and backwards, gets the other one to the other square. And that gets confusing when you allow for the existence of walls that stop movement, because it means the movement doesn't have to be identical. And so, like, if I need him to move in and over and over, this is hard. No, that's not what I wanted. So I can make... Oh, darn. That, I forgot about the fact that I have to be able to move. That is a shame. Because I saw something that seemed like an almost. And now I've mucked it up. Well, we can go this way. And then we can go that way. I can't jump that way again. Okay. He goes the same way as me. I can't jump there! Ugh! You definitely need to work with the walls. Okay. So by working backwards, my expectation is I need them placed either one on top, like one on the square above where they need to go and the other one on the square below where they need to go, or one on the square to the left of where they need to go and the other on the square of the right of where they need to go, so that in the one movement I can make the both of them jump together. I think I might have them on the wrong sides right now. Like, I'm not sure I can do that with, because like I need the right one to be in the right place since one of them moves with me and the other one moves mirror image to me. I don't know if mirror image is the right term, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so if I go here, nope, and then I go here, darn. Now I'm facing the one who's gonna step on me. And that's the problem. And the biggest issue is the thing that I'm dealing with is the fact that, like, I could solve this is if I was allowed to jump once more to the right now, but I can't, because why would I be able to? I have the same parameters. Well, it was lovely to see you, Toby. Please enjoy the rest of your evening, and thank you so much for redeeming Cynthia Sloth. For those of you who have not yet met her, this is Cynthia. She is... Bye! She is a weighted stuffed animal who's very good for anxiety. And that is what I have her for. And so there is a redemption where you can redeem at meaningless calories from watching this channel to calm me down a little bit if I'm starting to go crazy. So Cynthia's gonna keep me company for a little bit. I definitely want them to go this way. Nope. Nope. Let's do it again. Like, I feel as though I'm very much stuck in a rut right now. Because I can make them move only in specific directions. Okay. Worth it for the chest bump. He's gonna step on me. That got me one extra point of movement. from him, which is nice. Nope. So I can move without them moving. I love that action. That made a difference. But not quite in the way that I needed it to. Okay. I'm repeating some of my actions so that I can learn. Okay, I feel like I need to be further down the map. So if I put them into some corners. I can't jump there because he's standing there. I did not realize. This will not help, but... Yep. Nah. I need to get them stuck again. Nah, I shouldn't have done. Aw, man. That was so close. If like 4 moves ago I had only jumped 1 over instead of jumping 2 over, I might have been in the middle right now. Maybe. I'm not actually tracking that that's correct. And like if I could jump to the right once right now, I would be able to jump up. No. 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 That's not what I need at all. Okay. Once again, I am really struggling with the like they move in opposite directions. I can't go that way though. Maybe I need them to hit each other again. This is so tricky. It's interesting because I feel like I'm learning, but not enough. Like if I do this, this is a terrible idea. Danger, Will Robinson. I could do this forever. This is annoying because this is actually the closest I have ever been, and it's still not right. I need to be able to jump one more up right now to get them properly in line. See? Like, if only, because that's actually them jumping in the correct direction and everything. Oh. I think I just soft locked myself. Is there a way to deliberately reset this puzzle? Because I can't move down or up or this way. I can only move in this direction. And then I can't move down or up or this way. I can only move back. So I've actually got myself stuck. And I'm not sure what to do. Try again. Good, good. Good, good. I'm so glad they have an automatic reset. Okay, so we've learned a few things. We haven't learned good things, but we've learned a few things. And I think what we've learned is I don't like the start. Yeah, so Beavis, I can't leap off the edge. It just doesn't let me go in the direction of the edge. I thought that if I was kind of expecting this to be a puzzle where if I accidentally left off the edge, it would reset me because that is very Zelda energy. But also that would make everything take a million years if you're just accidentally pressing the button at the wrong time. But there was definitely a way to reset the puzzle. Like, there's absolutely no way. Okay, hold on. Let's do some thinking. Because what I want is to get them stuck. Oh, hold on. Hold on. No? That's the way? Are they in the correct? No. No? No. Maybe? So I thought I had it, but I thought that they were different. That I had the mirror image on this side. Okay, so what I was thinking when I went over here was, oh, okay, now I'll just jump down and they'll both wind up. And that's not quite, but I think maybe because this guy's stuck in a corner right now. And so I think if I go down 2, it'll make the other guy go up 2 and he'll be stuck in his own corner. And then I think I can make them move in 1 and then together. Like, this is the problem. It really was the chest bouncing, guys. That put them in super not the right position on the map. I think. Please let this be right. Thank goodness. So the problem with the chest bumping is it put me in a very different spot from them, and it put them like the wrong distance apart for the design of the movement of like the moving around the little heart. We needed it so badly. It was worth it. It was super worth it. Okay, I can't help that these look like spaces to explore. Those are definitely spaces to explore. It was worth it to watch some chest bump, but it did make that confusing. I tried so hard to salvage that setup, and anytime I thought I was getting close, I was like, no, they're like too close together or too far apart or something. And actually, it's not that bad from the beginning. You're just like kind of on the wrong side. Oh no! If only I had opposable thumbs. Chad, I can't possibly use a sword. I'm a good boy. I'm so floofy. Thank you for the 100 bits, Poison Dart Frog. The puzzle is so... Oh, we're growling. I think we're angry. Thank you for the 100 bits. We did solve the chest bump puzzle. Oh, was that the rock he shoved in my face? I think that might have been the rock he shoved in my face. I'm a real boy. I think my favorite part of this whole cutscene, and I don't know if it's intentional or not, is how utterly unimpressed Minda looked at the time. Like, right now, she looks impressed. But initially, she had the shard and she was just like, ugh, this thing. Ugh, you. And watched me pull the sword out. And now is shocked, but nah, I loved the energy initially. Stop flirting. The sword accepted you as its master. I mean, it's a sword. My eyes are slightly dead. Please be careful where you swing that, Link. You might hurt somebody. This thing is the embodiment of the evil magic that Zant cast on you. It's definitely different from our tribe's shadow magic. I mean, yeah, 'cause you're all blue and stuff and it's all orange and stuff. Careful. If you touch it, you'll turn back into a beast. This thing is too dangerous. It's probably for the best if we just leave it here. Huh? First time seeing Boylink in person. That's a good point. Minda has never seen Boylink in person. But on the other hand, if we kept it, you'd be able to transform into a good boy whenever I felt like it. Sorry, you'd be able to transform into a beast anytime you wanted. Definitely you. Not at all me. Certainly not something that I would do when I just desire to pet. Just tap your head a little bit. I'm sorry. I mean, you could be a beast whenever it would be useful to you. Ah, since Zant was kind enough to give this to us, we should be thankful and use it all we can. See, that face and that dialogue really makes you look like a villain, Minda. I just want to point that out. But, apparently we're getting Good Boy on Demand, which... valid? If you need it, just call me. I want to keep a low profile, so I'll hide in your shadow when you're human. But I can change you whenever. You can be a wolf anytime you like. Also, thanks to this thing, you can warp whenever you want by switching into wolf form. Yeah, thank you for that game mechanic point. I did notice I couldn't warp as a human and it was awkward. Are you the devil on my shoulder now? It is hard to tell, Beavis. Yep. You're right. She's one of those things. Listen, Lady QEW, I've got a little favour to ask. Would you mind coming with me to find something called the Mirror of Twilight? It's hidden somewhere in Hyrule. Link? Honestly, Link's like me today. He's just like, girl, this weather giving me a migraine. I will do literally whatever you say because I don't have any concept of my own intelligence or thought process right now. It's fine. Yes, the Mirror of Twilight. Our last potential link to Zant. Okay, like... guys, I'm just super suspicious of all of her motivations, but I love her, so I don't care. I will literally do anything Minda asks me to, even if she's the bad guy. Oh, I'm a person. One moment, please. That means... I have... hold on. Maybe I want it to look like that. I have items again. Huh. I think what I've learned is I'm basically just as tall as a wolf as I am as a real boy. Are you hearing the glitter in the soundtrack? I'm hearing glitter in the soundtrack. Glitter in the soundtrack usually means golden bug. Hello. Ugh, keep pressing the wrong button. I caught a snail. Oh, I can't keep going up. That's sad. But I wanted to. Is there anything new over here? Nope. I think the sword might have been the mission. I think the sword might have been the mission. Because get the sword, and now I can be a boy or a wolf, which in theory should unlock better overworld movement. Because I have skills as a boy that I don't have as a wolf. And I have skills as a wolf that I don't have as a boy. And so this is the unlockable. Like, getting the Master Sword lets me be both a wolf or a boy. And that should let me go places that I haven't been before, potentially. I mean, I have an objective. Apparently there's 6 post holes here, and I don't know if it's here in this building or here in this portion of the map. But that's fine. Oh, but I have bombs. Hold on. Hold on. There are several rocks that I should blow up. Normal bombs. Normal bombs? Arrow. Bombs. Because I can blow this up. Hello? I don't think those are golden bugs. I can blow this up. Maybe they're birds? Oh! Oh! Oh, that's not what I expected. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Minda. Wolf me, please. Ouch. As usual, that was needlessly violent, but I collected a postal. Okay. That is not what I was expecting. Oh! I don't mind the transformation sequence for that. That's kind of neat. So the other boulder was the shortcut through like the beginning of the area? What do you mean there is no mini map? Oh. I don't think I can leave this area. No, I can. There's vines. There's vines. So the Master Sword's primary power in this game is defeating evil. However, as it turns out, one of the consequences of evil is fast travel. And so depending on whether or not you access evil determines whether or not you can fast travel. I hope this makes sense to you. It does not make sense to me. What do you mean it's closed? I literally walked through there and jumped down here. I guess they're gonna make me warp out. She did say pretty bluntly that I could warp now. And so, like, if she told me that... Are you sure there's nothing else here? The dark side is faster. Okay. So the room that had the Master Sword had nothing else in it. That's pretty normal because, like, that's usually a very stable room in most Zelda games. The room right before it was the statue puzzle, which isn't doing anything right now with the statues, but at those two little alcoves, one of them has nothing in it, the other one had some stuff in it, but I explored it. And that leaves me with this room that I, like, can't leave the way I came in, which is super weird. Oh, I guess it's because I came in that one, not that one. And the vines are there. Could I do it as a wolf? Because that's the thing. This is a room where I, like... That's weird. That's weird. Oh. What fun. Okay, how many of them are on the roof? First things first. We're gonna do this as a boy. I can't warp out of here. Second of all, there's definitely other ones in the ground. Right, I forgot some of these. Okay, well, we're still getting the evil noise because there's still several more. And then there's that guy. He is on the roof. I don't remember. Does the boomerang... Oops. Does the boomerang do something useful? Yes. It knocks him down. Stab, stab, stab. Remember how hard those were the first time I ran into them? I did literally dig myself into a hole. Poison Deathfrog, thank you so much for redeeming that stretch. Cynthia, can you sit for a moment, please? Please and thank you, my lady. I'm trying to relax into a stretch, but I don't understand the noises that the game is making right now. I don't seem to be getting attacked, so we're gonna just do a full little stretch. Ooh, that's not bad. I didn't do a lot of very physical things today, mostly to protect my shirt, so I'm actually feeling better than usual. Nope. Why is it only a noise when the camera's facing this direction? What is over there? Okay. That's nice, I suppose. Just lots of rustling grass. There's a lot of wind in this hole in the ground. Can I leave as a boy? Well, I can leave as a boy, despite the fact that I had to dig myself into this hole in the first place. I'm assuming the Poe does not respawn. Okay, wolf. Am I sure there isn't a way to climb out? Trying to like pay attention to Midna's little blinkies. Cause like, I guess I could warp out of here? So this is what confuses me, Chad, and the reason why I'm being so insistent about this is not being able to, like, fast travel is one thing. I'm so glad we have warps. That's great. But not being able to just walk somewhere means that I don't know how, like, I don't know what the game wants me to do next. Yeah. I don't know what the way out is supposed to be. What's the canonical explanation for how you get out of these holes? It seems like you just look into the light and ascend. That appears to be the canonical explanation for Wind Waker. Because you really, like, you get the full, like, Link looks up, then that gets lifted into the air by magic and just goes, And so if Wind Waker is very specific about it definitely being a magical ascension just on a ray of light, I can guarantee Twilight Princess's canonical explanation is significantly, like, twice as horrifying, way more terrifying than it needs to be. And so I'm pretty sure you just die. That's how you get out of the holes. You just die and respawn. I don't like not being able to walk out of here, because if I have to warp out of here, then I have to pick where I'm warping to. And how do I know that? I don't know where I'm supposed to go. The holes are actually an out-of-body experience, and at the end you simply wake up. Yeah. So what happened was I started digging the hole, and I got too eager, and I hit my head and passed out, and fever dreamed that whole sequence, and then woke up. That's what happened. I don't know where I'm supposed to warp to. That's so helpful. I don't know where I'm supposed to go next. Okay. So let's imagine that I'm supposed to warp out of here. I haven't been told anything. Sorry, this is really annoying. I haven't been told anything about where I'm supposed to go next. I don't know what I'm trying to accomplish next. Go bananas. Okay, where's the Bananas Province? Like, I could just go home. Do I go back to the castle? So I'm not able to access the mini-map. This still has the purple objective here. The purple objective is the thing that I thought I went to? No, maybe it isn't. Maybe the purple objective is the dungeon. And then I actually went beyond the cliff to get here. Okay, so maybe that's still my objective, but I am also noting the 1 out of 6 pose. Now, I wondered how that was gonna go, because we were given the quest by the dude in town to collect 20 Poe souls for him so that he could be free. And you can only spot Poe souls when you're a wolf. And so I was trying to figure out how we were going to do that. And now I understand that better because we can be a wolf whenever we want. If no hints are given, then the main hub, which is either the city or your farm. Okay. Those are really good suggestions, Poison Deathfrog. I was trying to check the map, but I was trying to check the map on my touch screen, not on my official screen. Maybe that was the problem. So I do think that it's still hinting that there might be an objective here. Like, I think I might have to go back to the temple a second time, but I'm very afraid that's going to involve fighting spiders again, and I don't really want to do that. And so before I check that out, I am aware of the fact that in the corner right now it says 1 out of 6, and if I'm understanding that correctly, that means therefore in this range, as currently shown by the map, I think there's 6 Poe souls. And I'm wondering, because this is always a true thing, whenever there's like a collectathon. So I found a snail, by the way, which means there's going to be another snail somewhere. Whenever there's a collectathon, it's not usually available immediately. Like, you have to wait to get all of the pieces of heart, for example. But in this game specifically, there's been a lot of like golden bugs in between. And so the fact that I found a golden bug, pardon me, I'm quite tired, as I might have mentioned. The fact that there's a golden bug kind of tells me I'm in an in-between right now. I got the Master Sword. That was the successful thing. I've learned a new type of travel, and so probably I'm supposed to go to a dungeon now, but I don't have to, and I certainly don't have to go there directly, and so it does make me curious about the Poe collection. I've met a couple of them already. I remember exploring a cave where I met something with a lantern, and there's an area near the castle town where there was something with a lantern. Like, I remember seeing this lantern in a lot of spots around the map and not being able to do anything about it because I always saw it as a boy, not as a wolf. And so I kind of want to run around and find some Poe souls, which I think is fair. Like, it's just given me this skill. I don't actually know. I don't actually know how much access it has given me right away, but I bet some. And so especially given that I'm kind of at the end of a stream right now, that means I think next week we're gonna go Poe hunting. And we're going to see how successful we are at that before we try to figure out what the story's trying to get us to do next. That's what I think. Now, interestingly, I have found Poes by exploring caves. I have found Poes by exploring other uninhabited areas so far. I'm not sure I've seen one in an inhabited area before. I'm not sure I've seen one in an inhabited area before. But we found them in a few areas, and we also learned in this room that when I blew up that rock, there was a Poe, which means there might be some hidden ones. And so this is a case of have to go to a lot of places and interact with a lot of things. Not Poe, they're the sweetest of the Teletubbies. Well, then maybe they should not have taken that man hostage on his pile of gold, and so he maybe would not have been willing to offer me a really nice reward if I killed a bunch of Poe. Sorry, he only has himself to blame. Has he tried not holding old rich men hostage? I'm actually super unfamiliar with Teletubbies. I never watched it growing up. I do know their names. And I know that one is, it's pronounced Well, thank you so much for checking on my pronunciation, Poison Deathfrog. I'm sleepy, okay? My mouth is tired. It doesn't want to enunciate. What's the point? Okay, that actually turned out kind of okay. I was very worried about this stream because I've been so loopy since like the middle of this afternoon. But apparently We didn't have to fight any bosses or really much of anything. And now we can be a boy if we want. You might notice I'm still a wolf, because why would we be a boy if we don't have to be a boy? We can be a wolf. We can be a wolf forever, or as long as we want. Thank you for your help, Cynthia. You were very soothing. I think you're making me sleepy though. I hope y'all had fun. I certainly managed to. That was kind of nice, the callback to Ocarina of Time. That felt very comfortable, just running around chasing Skull Kid. I'm glad we didn't hurt him, because he did become our friend in Majora's Mask. And he might not remember it, but I sure do. Well, this game continues to be needlessly terrifying and a little bit frustrating. But here we are, still making some progress. We have the Master Sword now. We have a new skill. That's pretty good. So if you want to see me run around the map looking for ghosts, we could have a ghost hunting stream. That should be next week. Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's when I stream. And so if you want to go ghost hunting with me, same time, same place next week, and we'll do it. We'll try to find some ghosts. It should be a fun romp, possibly a time-consuming romp. We'll see how good I am at it, because again, you do have to fight them, and fighting and I don't always get along. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the folks who dropped some bits. And thank you especially to Angry Angel for the raid and for dropping off her community here to come hang out and just see what there was to see going on. I had a wonderful time with y'all. Thank you for being here. I said that before. I'm probably going to say it again. I'm not really tracking very well. Who you gonna call? Ghost Hunters! Good night to you too, Beavis. Good night, everybody. Good night. Anyway, I am not seeing... Thank you for being here, Poison Darth Frog. I don't have anyone on my usual raid list who is live right now, so I'm probably just going to end stream without a raid. Feel free to poke around and find some other places on Twitch. If you want to amuse yourselves further this evening, I hope you find some lovely spots to hang out. But until I see you next time, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. A wonderful weekend. Happy Easter weekend. Enjoy your day off if you have one. I do, and so I hope you do too. And if not, if you happen to have some family time, enjoy that. And if you don't have any of those, just kick back, relax, and have a wonderful weekend. And as always, until I see you next time, keep it cute. Bye, folks.